So, Minis Forum V3 tablet, AMD Ryzen chips, 32GB of RAM, 1TB hard drive, 14-inch screen. It's been a powerhouse so far. Just going to open Photoshop, so it's running Windows 11 Pro, and we're going to do some editing. So I'm just recording the screen at the same time, so you can kind of see what I'm up to. And first thing, we are going to push that. No thanks. So we are going to look at. Looks pretty sharp, doesn't it? And then we're just going to mess around with the settings a little bit. I'm using the touchpad on the keyboard at the moment, but I've got the pen in my left hand. I'm left-handed, but right-handed with the mouse, so I can kind of multitask quite well. So I'll use the touchpad like that, and then you'll be able to see this is the pen. But obviously for certain things I might use my fingers to zoom in and out, and I might use the touchpad just to, because it's a bit quicker and easier to get on to the little tabs here where you can actually adjust stuff. So there we go. We will probably do that. Nice simple edit, no drama whatsoever. It's ISO 320 on the RX 10 Mark IV, looks pretty good, and we shall open that shot. There you go. It's nice and quick, nice and snappy, and simple as just save as. You could do Control Alt S for save, but it's just as easy just to do that. There we go. That's one shot done, saved. So I'm saving to a external stick hard drive, which is a M.2 drive running off USB-C to USB-C, and it's nice and quick. So I did get some bugs and stuff going on, and they're weird. We'll come down here a bit. Was it here? Oh no, it was a feather. I quite like this. Shooting through all the grass, the long grass and everything like that, it looks quite cool as a shot. Auto levels just as a check, too bright. And we shall just up the highlights and the whites a little bit, just to bring out, because I want the darkness still there. But I don't think I need to do much more than that. I mean, I could probably crop it a little bit, but, you know, there we go. As a shot, I try not to edit too much with my photos, especially snappy shots like this. I'd rather keep them as realistic as possible. A few little tweaks here or there with colours and levels and things like that, fine. There we go, another one. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more extravagant in a minute, just to see what the performance is like. What is that? Oh, the buzzard. So, buzzard in the sky. He was coming round. Let's see where he was. He came a little bit closer. Okay, that's quite a cool thing there. So we can do a little bit of a crop on this one, but we'll see what the colour does when we put that. It's made it a bit darker, which is nice. He's a little bit dark in the frame, so we can up the shadows, and then we'll go open, and then we'll just crop in a little bit. The same quantity, but we'll bring it pretty much mid-frame. Looks quite cool. Simple as, really. So I'm finding, if you've seen the other video, the video editing, I was blown away by. I didn't think. Well, I was hoping it was going to be fine, but I didn't think it'd be quite as snappy and as brisk on the rendering side as it was. I was quite impressed by it. You know, 14 minutes to do a 45-minute F4K video render, I think it's quite impressive. The fact is, 14 minutes, you could go and make a sandwich, you know, do some other bits and pieces while you're waiting for it to happen when it's finished. So it doesn't take that long, you know, toilet break or whatever, drink, just go outside for 5-10 minutes, a bit of fresh air. So, you know, it makes a lot of difference. Was that a thrush or something? Moth or butterfly of some sort. It's quite cool. So you've got a nice out of focus purple flowers in the distance there, which is quite nice. But there was some bugs I was looking at. Are they here? Oh yeah, this is weird. So these are like mating bugs of some sort. Let's have a look at this. So we'll click auto levels as always to see what they're actually going to do. We'll go in and see, then go back again. Probably leave it as was and just up the whites a little bit. Keep the darks dark. Maybe drop the blacks down slightly. This way we'll probably crank up the clarity a little bit just to bring out the lines and the harshness of everything a little bit. And see. So it's quite cool. On the touchpad, on the thing there, you can move up and down or left and right with just 2 fingers. So if you do 1 finger, it does nothing. 2 fingers will make it go up and down, which is quite cool. And then obviously you've got your pen to do other bits. But in this area here, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually apply a little bit of noise reduction just to smooth off the image a bit because it's a little bit grainy. We'll click enhance, and it's now going to add 35% of the noise reduction. And like I say, it's not mega fast, but considering it's a skinny tablet, I mean, what, about a centimetre thick, if that, what it can actually do is quite amazing. So you can hear the fans just tickling along a little bit, just blowing a bit of warmth out, and we can have a look at the performance in a second, see what it's actually doing. I think it's Alt R, might be wrong, or Control R, maybe not, can't remember. But anyway, so that shot there is nice and clean. Bloody, that's nice and clean compared to the original, which is a little bit noisier there in the background. So it's done well. So now we can open that, and I'm actually going to crop in quite a bit on this because it's cool and it's quite an interesting shot. But where do we do it? Do we, because it's leaning that way, I'm going to actually start in the middle, the bottom bit, and then it will lean to the left, which gives it a little bit of an interesting shape. There we go. I think that's pretty good. So we'll, oh, it has opened it. There we go. So our performance at the moment is 26% on the GPU, 15-20% on the CPUs. Memory using 15 gigs, so it's using half of its memory, and 1600 megahertz of utilization, or megabytes, sorry, and 800 megahertz of GPU memory as well. So it's fine. It's not really trying. Should we do should we do another thing? Let's open another picture and we'll have a look at it while it's doing a render. Let's get the dog running at us. Not particularly good picture. He's right in front of that big bit of grass. His eyes are shut. Not the best pictures. Hang on. Let's see what else we got. Oh, here we go. So we've got a butterfly. So while that's opening, can't do that. We'll just re-render previous settings, and then what we'll do is we will go. I don't think I can. Hang on. There we go. Come out of there. There we go. Means I can swap pages easily. We're going to add denoise. So at the moment the tablet is doing that. It's not doing a huge amount, but obviously it's using quite a bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to push it a little bit with the denoise, and we'll go, yep, now that's doing it. See what it's up to. So it is now pushing the GPUs up to almost 100% utilization. There we go. It's using 21 watts worth of power. It's now running at 53 centigrade, and the GPU utilization is pretty much showing you there how fast it is, and 800 megahertz. but it's only using that much CPU, 18 to 20%, but it's still only using 15.8 gig of RAM. So it means I can actually up the RAM a little bit on Photoshop in the things if I want. That's quite impressive, considering we're recording the screen as well, utilising Wondershare, so that's open as well. Photoshop is obviously open, and as is this, so quite impressive. So that's done. That's basically done that image. So it's just showing you that it is quite a usable piece of equipment. I'm pretty blown away by it. I quite like this picture. I'm actually going to bring it in the crop a little bit there, not too much, but there we go. Ooh. Get out of the crop mode. There we go. What some lovely colours on there as well. And he's got that out of focus blur there, but there we go. So that's how well it seems to cope with photography, and doing something like denoise is quite obviously graphically intense. I've done a few bits and pieces with layers already, and it seems to be absolutely fine. No lagging, no nothing. Let's have a quick look at the preferences on Photoshop. So we go General. We can see here that I've not changed anything. Interface. I like it down on the darker side, just so you can see your images better. Workspace. Tools. Haven't got a scroll wheel, so that won't be re-zooming, but zooming clicked on point to center. Okay. There we go. So we can actually look at file handling. Actually, yeah, file handling. It is as is. I've not actually changed it. Export is in JPEG. Quality 7 for some reason. Why does that not go to 10? That's what normally goes to 10. But that's for quick export. So anyway, performance. Anyway, it's using 16 gigs, so we could actually up it to 18, something like that. I think I don't want to push it too much, but we could see 18.3. Here we go. 50 history states, cache level 6. We can up that a bit to 8. It's on its highest there, so we'll leave it like that, and now it will be able to do a little bit more probably. There we go. Is that one saved? No. Yeah. Job's done. Anyway, so that's how well it deals with Photoshop generally. That's the kind of editing I would probably do out and about, and also sitting here right now just doing bits and pieces. I don't edit a huge amount generally unless I'm doing studio stuff or portraiture and stuff like that, and it would actually be totally fine there. So it's worked very well so far, and as you can see, the GPU and everything's dropped back down. It's still peaking up there, but it's not doing a lot anyway. If we shut Photoshop down now, it'll probably drop right down. There we go. So Photoshop is not taking it at all. So there we go. It's, yeah, I'm really quite impressed. So there we go. Just a little bit more information about this tablet, because I've only really seen people using it for a bit of gaming and stuff like that, not for sort of real world working out and about and stuff like that, where the Microsoft Surface Pro 10, for example, is on sort of par with this, I guess, but uses Intel stuff or whatever. So it's completely different in that respect. Slightly smaller screen, but also the price difference. This has got as much, if not better, spec than the Microsoft, but it's pretty much half the price in the real world. So anyway, another video coming soon.